The Marble League, the only kind of marble sport that comes with intensity, chaos, and competitiveness. It was a wild 2025 season, so let's get into the second half with 16 teams to talk about, and I only care about 3 of them, so I'm too irritated to go through every single team in alphabetical order, so let's just pick a random team to start off with. You're still reminded that we can never have anything nice. The Savage Speeders go ahead to upset us even more by getting second in Corn Maze. This brought them up to 4th after Event 11. The people who are still Speeders fans were looking forward to see the Savage Speeders get their 3rd title. However, they completely ran out of steam in the last 5 events and scored 25 points, dropping them all the way down to 11th, which feels so good. And I can now say that fun isn't cancelled yet again, though that will definitely be taken away when M1 comes around. I hope not. Just wow. How poetic is this? The Green Ducks start the second half as it was like in the first half. They got 5th in Lasso Toss, then followed it up with a bronze in Corn Maze just 2 events later. After that, you didn't manage higher than 7th for the rest of the season. This has now gone on to be your worst Marble League to date. You may think that they are a great team when you look at their overall placements of 2nd, 4th, and 5th. But when you factor in their 11th, 12th, and now 14th place finishes, that's not a good sign for you. Mallard and Billy still carry your team, so it'd be easy to say that both of them will return to Marbula 1. Let's just hope that actually is the case. Holy cow, what a redemption this has been for the Oceanics. After 4 years of being nothing but garbage and being nicknamed as the Tide Pods, the Oceanics have shocked the world and podiumed after 7.5 years of nothing to the Marble League, and they have auto-qualified for 2026 by finishing 2nd overall. And what's more unbelievable is that your team members, Siren and your captain C, both finished inside the top 10 of the individual standings. After a performance like that, they 100% deserve to return to M1. Who agrees with me? After a pretty disappointing first half, the Blackjacks went on to get their first ever gold medal in block pushing because they are the GOAT at this event. Then they only scored 4 points in the 2 events preceding that. But then, I got to see something amazing. Not only did we win the Sand Moguls, we broke the Limers record, and that Marble League record is ours, for now at least. This leapfrogged us from 13th up to 6th, and with an 8th place in Collision, that was enough to keep us in 6th. We have a shot to win this entire thing with a good finish in Elimination Race. You could have put Heart in for this event, and instead you put in Diamond. That collision from Snowstorm which sent us off the track took us out of championship contention. But that's fine, we still have a shot to make the podium. We started off fantastic in the Sand Rally as well, in 2nd place. But as the race went on, we slowly fell down the order to finish 9th at the end of the race, dropping us down to 9th. But that is okay because there is still one competitor from the Blackjacks that I am super proud of. And that is Club for capturing 4th place in the individual standings. Congratulations, Blackjacks. Let's hope JMR makes Club the captain after their phenomenal performance. Following a mediocre first half, the Bumblebees went on to have a fantastic start to the second half. They started off with a 6th place in Lasso Toss, following it up by their 2nd medal in block pushing being a bronze. They then followed that up with a 5th place in Corn Maze, followed by silver in balancing, and then 7th in the Sand Moguls. This had you in 4th place going into the final 3 events. All the Bees needed to do was get an average finish in 2 of those last 3, and they chalked up 10 points in the last 3 events.
You dropped 6 spots.
How much longer can this team keep throwing? Because I know their fans are probably angry right now. Yep, but there is still another thing that the Bumblebees have managed to accomplish. They have broken the record for the longest streak of top half finishes, with 9 top half finishes in a row between events 4 and 13. This is a record that probably isn't going to be beaten for a while. So congratulations, Bumblebees. We can't wait for your Hubalino performance. Oh, Limers, what am I going to do with you, eh? You did much better in the second half as you did in the first half, meaning you scored 63 points in the second half, which meant you were better than the Savage Speeders in the second half, which I think is so funny. You managed to get your first gold medal in 2,719 days, then followed it up with another 26 points to break triple digits. And where did that place you? You still got dead last? That is unreal! Your first ever dead last finish in JMR history with 101 points and a gold medal. This makes the Limers the second team to take dead last with a gold medal. The only other team to do that was Team Plasma nearly 2 years ago. And what's even more hilarious is that Lemon Lime, who was at one point one of your worst individual runners, was your best individual runner this year with 12 points. This is still your best scoring system ever since the league's inception, so thank you for pissing off your remaining fans again. We will see the Limers in the main league again in 2029. Welcome back to Relevancy, Team Galactic. You started off the second half with a gold medal in Lasso Toss and continued your top 4 finishes and mid-pack finishes to jump you from 14th up to 7th. I'm pretty sure that this should make not only me happy, but also should make Madman happy as well. And I'm very certain that firing Black Hole was the right decision this whole time. They are my third favorite team, and I have high hopes for them to bring redemption for the next season of Mobula 1. Let's hope they get invited though. Are you serious, Razzies? How many more times is this gonna keep occurring? This is the third time that the Raspberry Racers have blown the second half. 80 points in the first half, 50 in the second half, dropping you from 5th down to 12th. And you decide to put these numbers up in the second half. Like, what is this? What am I supposed to say about this? You were the best team in the second half at getting 6th? Coincidentally, 3/4 of the Razzie second half scoring system had a 0 in them. I really hope this second half was just a fluke and they can bounce back in Mobula 1, but after a performance like that, I really doubt JMR will be inviting the Razzies back. We'll just have to wait another month or two. Mid-pack finish in Lasso Toss, couldn't advance out of block pushing. Jelle's still bad at corn maze, keeping it too mellow in balancing. Yellow lagged behind in the sand moguls, couldn't keep things together in collision, then a good finish in a 4th place in elimination race cemented an opportunity for a podium. And of course your Captain Yellow finishes 2nd in the sand rally to finish 3rd. Whoop-de-doo. Turn that into a gold medal and you know what I'm referring this to. I just don't understand. Why even bother qualifying for the main league if you're gonna do literally the same exact thing? 56 points in the second half. You straight up copied and pasted your scoring from the first half. The only difference is that you got 2 medals in a row, which was a silver in collision, and in an elimination race, they have a chance to get their 2nd gold medal this season. All they have to do is not screw up.
Shadowing. Now, Midnight Wisps lose out on the top side and Balls of Chaos get stuck. If you are a Balls of Chaos fan, that may come as no surprise to you. This team finds new ways to do things all the time.
Yeah, Greg is not wrong with that statement. They always do things to piss off their fans. And those 2nd and 3rd place medals were your only top half finishes from the second half. Outside of those, you didn't play as higher than 9th for the rest of the second half. I hope they fall back to the showdown next year because they absolutely did not deserve to be in this main league over the Jungle Jumpers. Well, this was definitely not a host curse, as the Rangers had a really good showing this season. This 6th place finish goes out to be your best Marble League finish in the last 4 years. While 64 points in the second half isn't, amazing with someone of hopes for making an overall podium, a bronze medal in collision is still better than nothing, as well as a 6th place in elimination race. Still, a performance like that will still not be enough to make your impatient fans happy, as they would still be waiting for you to claim your 2nd Marble League title. I just hope you qualify for 2026. Just like Galactic, Team Momo did just as good in the second half with 87 points, leapfrogging them from 15th up to 8th. Aside from a few hiccups during the second half, they've once again managed to impress myself, Momo, and some of their biggest fans. They did have some great results during that time period too, with a silver in lasso toss and elimination race, as well as a bronze in sand rally and 2 4th place finishes. With a team like them, there is no doubt they will be returning to Marbula 1, and hopefully they can get their first overall Marbula 1 podium. Let's just hope that Momo won't screw things up for the team. Holy sh**, the Kobalts are the New England Patriots. I don't think anyone, including myself, thought that this team would go from 3,222 days of failing to qualify for the main league and getting relegated twice in the showdown would end up becoming champions of 2025. 7 medals, more than any other team, which includes their first ever 2 gold medals in the main league, along with 4 silvers and a bronze. The Kobalts finally made the possum happy. This also means that they literally quadrupled their medal count, and also with that win will mark the end of Azur's time with the team. So I think we should say a big thank you to Azur for helping keep this team together despite all their struggles, encouraging them to keep trying whenever the team felt like giving up, and we wish you, Azur, the good luck for your future. I really don't know why I didn't see this second half from the Snowballs coming. You absolutely blundered your second half with a measly 49 points after coming off of a great first half of 75. You had a chance of 2 bronze medals in the second half, but you threw it away in balancing and did the exact same thing in sand moguls. This goes to show how quickly watching the Snowballs isn't a privilege, it's a chore. But do you know what is a privilege? Winning the Best Bonk Award! This was quite possibly the craziest second half of collisions that I have ever seen in my life. So before I showcase you guys the winner, let me take you through a time lapse of every single bonk in this second half. And now without further ado, cue the sound effects. So, those are 13 of my favorites, but no bonk could beat this nomination by Snowstorm, who got whacked by a ball bearing, slammed into Resi, and finished in 13th. Congratulations, Snowballs. This was the only reason that I remembered you were here. What was this league? I'm still processing how you did. The big question that I can't even comprehend right now is, how did the Wisps go from having the best first half of any team this year to the worst second half this year? 102 points in the first half, 46 in the second half. The worst second half of any team this year, and the worst second half of any team in over 2 years. Remember when I ended my last segment of the Midnight Wisp with this sentence? Hopefully they don't screw up in the second half, but it will probably happen because who was going to forget 2020? Yeah, that aged like milk. Oh, and more than half of those 46 points came from an elimination race victory. If you do the exact same thing in Marbula 1, I will ride for Westby to be fired and for you to get a better coach. So get to work. Well, I can safely say that the Pinkies definitely went hard in the second half to prove all the doubters, including myself, that their 4th place curse in 2023 wasn't going to set the tone for their team for the next 5 years and such. 91 points in the second half, skyrocketing you from 14th after event 10 to 5th at the end of the season. A gold, 2 bronzes, and some other decent finishes to keep them afloat. I'd clap for you, but they are probably training for Marbula 1, so I'm not going to be super foolish and disturb them. Good luck on missing out on qualifying in 2026. And that is the end of Marble League 2025. I had a really fun time watching this series. I have seen comments on my last recap getting annoyed at me holding the second half off. The truth is that midway through production, I got extremely sick with a bad chest infection. Thankfully, I was feeling well enough yesterday to continue work on it, and I am honestly really happy I got it finished before the end of September. My next recap will be on Marbula 1 Season 6, which begins in mid-December, and I'll be looking forward to seeing all the chaos and entertainment. Thank you for watching, and as always, reach for the stars.
Oh no, we've got somebody that made it onto the edge of the course. The security marbles are heading down there to try to surround him. Yeah, streaker, not what you want to see in top marble competition.